Hello, welcome back to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I continue with my Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity, the White March. Let's go and... I don't know what's happening. Renegil does her best, blah blah blah, work, nobody cares, blah 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 blah.
Me and Sledge are thinking about heading down, joining a caravan over to Dawning.
Dawning? What for? You like your ogres bigger?
We'd have work at least, and I'm damn sick of fish.
No kidding. Who isn't sick of fish? Possibly other fish, maybe? I don't know. Alright, the dude should be over here, right? There he is. Who are you?
Huh. Say, I don't suppose you've seen any mysterious old buildings in the mountains lately, have you?
Yao Mao wears an assortment of bangles, bands, cuffs, and chains as thick as armor. She watches you with a raised eyebrow, and eyes gleaming with mirth. You mean Durgan's Battery?
No, but I've heard that name a lot around here. I'm looking for the Abbey of the Fallen Moon. It's an obscure temple dedicated to Andra.
Why are you looking for the Abbey?
I'm a gift bearer. My job is to gather tokens of things people want forgotten and surrender them to the Lady of Lament.
Uh-huh.
Best place to do that is the Abbey of the Fallen Moon.
And what kind of tokens do you take?
Anything that represents a moment or a memory someone wishes to leave behind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, love notes, awkward family heirlooms, bad poetry, the kinds of things you want to forget.
Okay.
I might be here a while. Half the villagers have never heard of the Abbey, and the ones that have, no one knows where it is. So I'm trying to think of this as an extended holiday, in a remote mining village that smells like fish.
Lovely. Well, I've got business in the region. We could travel together.
You won't regret it. I've got a lovely singing voice.
Mm-hmm. Well, cool. We got the gift bearer to join. She's a barbarian. Interesting. Well, I mean, you're not gonna join me. Who's Ista?
Oh, it's working! Yes! I can't believe it! It's really... Oh.
The dwarven woman looks at you, a disappointed expression on her face. In her hands is a large rectangular box covered in strange dials and symbols. I get that reaction a lot. What's working?
My ore locating divination tool.
Oh.
Well, that's what it will be. I have to calibrate it. Right now it seems to think you're a copper deposit.
It's probably not wrong. We do carry around a lot of stuff.
My animancer contacts did suggest that a particular strong soul essence might interfere. I'm more interested in minerals in any case.
Maybe I do have a strong soul. What are you looking for? How does the device work? Maybe I do have a strong soul.
I suppose that's possible. It's not exactly what I'm looking for, unfortunately.
And what are you looking for?
I'm trying to recreate the instruments that first led the Pargrin dwarves to this mountain. This is my latest prototype.
She holds up a metallic box.
Centuries ago, dwarves carrying tools just like this one followed their readings to what is now the battery. If I can recreate their work, then I may be able to find ore deposits elsewhere.
Nice.
I was hoping to test it, but my arrival was delayed by word of the ogre attack. I haven't been able to find anyone to venture up the mountain since.
Well, I mean, I could go up the mountain for you.
Really? That'd be wonderful. I just have to adjust the device, you see.
Her hands move swiftly over the box, adjusting knobs and dials.
It should point you toward metal deposits. We already know the battery rests on some rich veins, but I was hoping to get a reading of the surrounding mountainside.
Okay.
If you can follow the readings to ore and bring back a sample, I can use it to refine the device.
Fine.
Thanks ever so much for this.
She hands you the box. You're welcome, Ista. If that Ista your real name. I'm hoping you've got some good news. I know where the gift bearers cast your heirlooms away. Did you find them? What of the medallion? I have your medallion. Let's see it. The dwarf draws a wide smile under his bristly beard. Here it is. Oakrune takes the medallion gingerly in his palms, taking care not to smudge it with his dirty fingertips. We have lost the gift bearer's chest. Yes. It's her medallion. He smiles and manages to pull his attention back to you. You've done good here today, I swear. If I had a kingdom's treasure to give you in return. I also found your armor. Seems worth a lot of copper. Show me how much it is for you. Also found your armor. I don't need it. Don't know what I'll do with it. He nods. Keep it. More luck to you. He turns around and walks away, looking not at the path ahead, but at the precious heirloom clutched in his hands. Even so, the stride of his short legs seems filled with confidence. Or maybe he didn't make it to the bathroom. Okay. A bit more experience. Are we... Oh, good. We're over a third of the way through the level again. I am liking that. Oh, there's a quest that expires in 2 days. Lover's Light added. Interesting. Well... We did get some armor. Is it this exceptional leather armor? It is DR10. Hmm. 30%. Everybody else. Oh, well, you. Overseeing what increases the area of effect. I feel like I need that, though. Which makes it a little bit rough. Let's put that away. Ah, white crest armor. Oh, that's the one. Oh, boy, howdy. What are you using? Sunbeam and immune boost. And fine. What is immune boost? Poison and disease. Alright, significantly better. Yeah, I'm gonna probably end up switching. More damage reduction. Overwhelming wave and dancing bolts. Our move speed is reduced. Well, What do your boots do? Max endurance. Didn't I have something else that gave us move speed? Movement rate bonus. What does your belt do? Increases critical hit damage. That does seem pretty useful. 0.2. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it. I guess I'll swap. Does seem to be the better armor. Oh, he looks so cool. Maybe it's time that No, I'm going to keep this thing. It's the same damage reduction, and it's way better. Alright, this belt looks like it's going to go really well for Sagani. Trap accuracy, -1 weapon change recovery. 27 critical damage. Add 1 to the dexterity. Yeah, no, this is definitely going to be our new belt. Decrease critical hit damage. Huh. Well, kind of neat, I suppose. Do we have any boots laying around? I feel like we do somewhere. Well, I guess we actually don't. It's possible we put it on people that we don't have anymore. Which I guess that's fine. Interesting. One-handed hatchet. Meh. The belt I'll put away. I'll put that away. This will go away. Yes, yes. So many things going away. This is all +3. Well... I suppose that's okay. Ring of Wizardry. Oh, nice. And another ring of wizardry. Okay. Alright, well, that's enough of that. I did one of the things I was supposed to do. We're going to go around over to this. And we're going to talk to you. Durin's ears perk up hopefully. Have you come to trade? Do you happen to possess an old helm or a horn that looks like it's supposed to be attached to a helm? He opens a compartment in his wagon and pulls out a cracked horn partially wrapped in cloth. One of the villagers sold me this during a previous visit, he scowls. He said it came from some rare lake creature and was quite valuable. It's been dismissed as junk whenever I've tried to resell it. Well, Edoran pauses, unless you know otherwise. No, it's largely worthless. However, I know a collector for that sort of thing if the price is right. How much to take it off your hands? Well, I'd like to make a profit for my trouble. 400 pans is the price. Looks at you hopefully. Done. Here. I am kind of the lord of an area. Oh. Garadith. The world fades and your vision blurs. When it returns, you find yourself in the icy waters of a bay, your body numb from cold and your lungs burning from exertion. Nearby are Ardhel and Badrin. Sure. Both of them are swimming madly in an effort to pass you. On the distant shore await the other members of your tribe, and with them, Olara, daughter to the chieftain. It is for her hand that the three of you are competing on this day. Give up, Garald! Ardhel passes you, and despite your best efforts, you can't quite catch up. You look around to see where Badrin is, and it's by sheer chance that you catch sight of the sea serpent's head surging towards your group. As before, the world stops, the memories trail, lost without your guidance. Attack the serpent. Your fatigue falls away as you turn to face the serpent. It charges you, its jaws wide, its foot-long teeth flashing in the sunlight. At the last moment, you dodge to the side of its its jaws snap shut. You're a hair too slow, and one of the serpent's horns tear open your forearm to the bone. Oh, lovely. You grit your teeth against the sudden pain and wrap your arms around the serpent's neck before it can turn around. It thrashes and rolls wildly, trying to throw you off. You hang on for dear life, weaker with every breath as your blood drains. You do the only thing you can think of and jam your fist straight through the serpent's eye, burying your arm in as far as it can go. The serpent whips around in agony and your grip slips. You tumble through the air as your consciousness fades. The race. How could I have forgotten the events of that day? Garud looks at his hands. I remember it now, but I feel no different yet. Please, you must find the last part of my helm. Alright, whatever you say, man. It's cool. It's cool. And then, yes, Thrix's house up here. What's going on? Well, I guess we have some bad news to break to him. We just found and murdered his son. Not sure how you break that to a father. Seems like this might be a difficult
Watch yourself
thing.
on the mountain. In these lean times, everything looks like prey to something.
I found this wolf of yours.
I see. Is it done? Is he dead?
His shoulders stiffen and then he sags as if suddenly weary. You didn't tell me I'd have to kill a druid. I did not, and I am sorry for it. I fear that you might balk at the task if you knew what Soldrin had once been. Ah.
You have to understand. To think my son capable of what he did. That was not Soldrin. The beast devoured my boy. And so, you did the right thing.
He was killing villagers. There wasn't any other way. I'm sorry I couldn't get through to him. He was long gone. If there was any way to get through to him, I would have found it by now. He looks down, jaw tightening.
Difficult as it must have been, you did what you had to. The people of Stalwart are that much safer for it. You've brought me what peace the gods will allow me. This served me well in my younger days, and I hope that it will do the same for you.
Alright, let's see what the cloak of whatever is. Bonus range damage, beast hunter, and freeze proof. Okay, done. There you go, Sagani. Ooh, it's so shiny. I like it. Okay, all sorts of stuff is happening. We should probably go and do some things here. I lost 200 and 200 again. Guess that's fine. Alright, Lover's Light. We're going to get 35% experience, copper Lover's Ring, a silver Lover's Ring. And then we'll, of course, check it out later. I'll send Pallegina on it. I mean, they say French is the language of love, so why not send our French feathered female to do the Lover's Light thing? Seems like a possibly logical stretch to me. I don't know. We shall see. Alright, I'm going to start going into the other buildings that we haven't done yet, including the inn. But before we go to the inn, we're going to go into the Temple of Andra. And before we do that even, we're going to come back down over here. And there's some stuff to loot. Okay, with that stuff now having been looted, we're going to go into this wonderful place. And you know that chanters can do more than just chant? While their abilities are not focused on frontline combat, they are competent warriors and will continue to chant and do things. Well, let's go talk with Lafta. Or we could talk with Quetzal. Like a man dressed in sturdy leathers glares at you. The creases in his face, tanned despite the scarce sunlight of the region, suffer a slight twitch as you approach him. I've got nothing for you. Speak with Lafta if you must. He turns away, his nose wrinkled. The veins course under this woman's pale skin like icy fissures, yet when she speaks, her voice flows warm and soothing. Andra welcomes you into her embrace. Her features soften with compassion. We're here to ease the pain of your past, ready to take your burdens. With a thin smile, she nods. If you let the goddess help with your hardships, of course. I want to ask about Akron's heirloom. The dwarf already asked. We gave him the counsel he needed. Slight irritation sharpens her tone. She seems to catch herself, modulating her voice back to a pleasant timbre. And naturally, we'll do what we can for you, too. Ask what you will. He wants his medallion back. She brings her hands together and nods. Ah, Okrun. How often we let the shadows of the past become a burden even to others. That medallion, it weighs on Okrun's mind. You're kind to help, but what he really needs is to cast away those memories. Isn't that for him to decide? He did. He understood the solace that the goddess can give to those like him. It was explained to him that many have second thoughts, but one does not withdraw something offered to a goddess. In time, the memories fade, and they come to see the wisdom of their original pledge. His belongings, his past, now rest in Andra's realm, to be forgotten so the wounds of the soul may heal. This is the will of the goddess. Let's suppose Akron moved on. Tell me where his heirloom is. I wonder what the village leader would say about that. The will of immortals or gods has never stopped me before. I wonder what the village leader would have to say about that. You think we don't act in accordance with the local customs? The village knows we're here to help the unfortunate like Akram. They trust us. Well, let's suppose he's moved on. Tell me where the heirloom is. He hasn't, and that's the point. Lafta crosses her arms. Besides, you have no authority here. I can keep asking for a long time. A flash of color invades the priestess's pale skin. I see there is no dissuading you, and you seem, she glances you over, a person of will. Very well. Ockran's heirloom was taken by Ixtli, chosen gift-bearer among us, to be cast away as an offering to Andra. Only he knows where. She pauses and looks at you intently. You could ask him yourself, but he's on a trek through the mountains of Durgan's Battery. If you run into Ixtli? That's such a weird name. Tell him he has urgent duties to attend to here. Tell me about your gift-bearer. That guy had business near Durgan's Battery. Those mountains are dangerous. You insist upon carrying out this request of Ockran's, and that's where I'd search for answers. It's hard to believe that only the gift-bearer knows where Andra's gifts are cast away. Is it? Our goddess frees us from our earthly burdens. It's best that if only one of us knows where they are taken, lest we all end up suffering under their weight. Alright, let me ask you about something else. Tell me about Andra. Andra's the goddess of redemption, deep like an ocean, and gentle as a mother. She's here to relieve her children of their darkest burdens. We came here to aid the villagers, to heal the wounds of the past that fester in their souls. I thought Andra was the goddess of loss and mourning, not redemption. That's, The priestess crosses her arms and shifts her weight. Common notion. Others may believe so, but the goddess's mysteries are profound. Her true power lies in redeeming your loss and regret. I want to know about the gift-bearers. Gift-bearers do Andra's most valued work. They carry the material burdens of unfortunate souls into her embrace, so that the goddess may help them forget. Well, fare thee well, I guess. I'm going to talk to your boy again. Leave me be. He doesn't seem to care too much to talk to me. Well, I feel like I should be able to, tell you that bad stuff has happened, that one of your trusted gift-bearers seems to have been skimming right off the top, unless those are magic rocks I found. But I guess I'll have to digress and confront him about it. Seems like a legit possibility. I don't really know. Either way, we're about out of time for the episode, but before we leave, let's see what else we have. We have a fishery, we have the hot springs, we have Gref's Rest, the house, the battery, and Tayanana's house. Oh, as you step outside, the heavy wooden door of the temple slams shut behind you. You hear someone barring it from the other side. It sounds like the priests have engaged in an agitated conversation. You get the sense that they are discussing you, but you are also certain that the door is too thick to eavesdrop through. Although there may be other places nearby where you stand a better chance. I can't believe this. How could you? The wooden shutters of the temple's window closed tight, muffle a set of voices coming from within the building. You can't quite make sense of the murmur, but cracking the shutter open would likely help. A rusty iron latch holds the window's shutters closed. With care, you should be able to unfasten it without being noticed. Unfasten the latch. Carefully begin to lift the latch from its metal hook. Halfway there, the rusted iron resists with a screech. You freeze, listening to the voices in hopes the priests didn't hear. Their conversation continues uninterrupted. Pour some oil on the latch. You grab the latch and apply just the right amount of oil, nudging the metal until its rust gives away without a sound. Carefully, you pull the window shutters open enough to let the voices flow through. You hear a man speaking, his tone agitated. You do that? Hope the mountains will do it. What if the sentence cuts off as if the man were speaking to all sides of the room? Suppose he tells them instead. What then? You recognize Lafta's voice responding. Why would he? And with all those dangers near the battery, our gift-bearer won't delay. I expect the man interrupts her. You always expect. Look where that's taken us. A dying village, ogres at the walls. Ixtli's not coming back yet, and now I have to do his voice drops and C is muffling what he has to say. After a moment, Laughter replies, Do you think I wanted this? That I could have known in advance? A pause ensues, its tension growing until the priestess's voice cuts it in half. We can't wait for him. We must fish out the last batch quickly. After that, we'll decide. The man responds in a broken voice, barely audible. You only distinguish the last words. In that rusted wood pond, I'll go. Their exchange seems to end cautiously. You step away from the window of Andra's temple. I guess I'm going to have to go back and talk with him or something. Either way, folks, that's going to do it for this particular episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. And until the very next one, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.